Welcome to Foster Park, Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. This is the court that started it all. It wasn't the first playground court, but for a lot of America, might as well have been. Foster Park put playground basketball on the map, but first, someone had to put Foster Park on the map. That someone was none other than the poet laureate of Brooklyn hoops, Rick Telander. Rick, how'd you end up in Flatbush?
73, 74. Had no place to stay. Just went there. I don't even know how I got there. I might have flown and just got off and taken a cab. Oh, I took the subway. I know that. So I popped up, and there I am, like in Oz. Basketball, but you go back to the early 70s, basketball hadn't been real public for all that long. You know, maybe 2 decades. Where, I don't know when the NBA started exactly, but, you know, games weren't broadcast. But these legendary figures like Herman the Helicopter, Earl Manigault, you mentioned Lenny Wilkins, who was a good friend of Rodney Parker's, by the way. Connie Hawkins, you know, my team, the Subway Stars, we all met Connie. He was legendary in Brooklyn and in basketball.
For those not following along at home, Connie Hawkins was a Brooklyn basketball legend, but his influence on the game stretched far beyond these neighborhoods. Just listen to these legends.
I tell everybody this. Connie Hawkins at 17 and 18 might have been as good a player as any 17 or 18-year-old ever.
Connie, I mean, he could take that ball, like I said, and just twirl it around his head and put it up on the other side of the basket.
He was so gifted. The game was so easy to him. At a young age, looking back, you know, ego was never an issue with him. He would rather make a nice pass or a simple pass than score 2 points.
Great on the playground. He wasn't doing the NBA. I mean, all those guys were, you know, but they were heroes in those parks.
Everybody knew that he was going to be a star, that he was going to be an incredible player. He was unselfish. He could run, he could jump, he could block shots. He was just an incredible player.
Played, he was, you know, was a star at Columbia, the NBA, so many players like that. And then along came the new legend. Oh, Dr. J. Let's not forget Dr. J. Let's not forget Tiny Archibald. People would tell stories because nobody was taking photographs. I was, foolishly, but nobody else was. So nobody's documenting anything. So it's like urban legend, sitting around the campfire at night, telling stories.
Stories can be good without being true. That's how it was on the playgrounds in Brooklyn. What do you think Brooklyn means to basketball, Rick?
It means the roots of basketball. It means, it absolutely means outdoor basketball in the summer. Because basketball was invented to be played indoors by Dr. Naismith, James Naismith. It was a sport so people would have something to do in these gymnasiums they had in the winter. He wasn't counting on summer games, but to me, Brooklyn is summer street basketball and then leading from the most grassroots level of the game all the way up to the pinnacle, which is the net. It's just a beautiful legacy. Well, it starts with New York City, a city of stone, asphalt, steel. Not a lot of open spaces. There's some beautiful parks. But when they designed New York, I don't know who it is. It's one of the historical facts. I think there's more little parks in New York than any other city. They're everywhere. Small parks, postage stamp size. And you can play basketball anywhere. You need a rim, a backboard, asphalt, a pole, shoes, and somebody to play with.
Don't get me emotional, Rick, but you're right. It's the simple tools of the game and the people who embrace them that make basketball special in Brooklyn. With every dribble, every shot, everybody got their own distinct style. Brooklyn courts are stages where dreams unfold, canvases where passion is painted, and a testament to the indomitable spirit that makes this game and this borough truly extraordinary. We are basketball's borough. Brooklyn, stand up.